They say that in a faraway kingdom, there once lived a king and a queen. To them were born two twin princesses. One had silver hair, and the other had golden hair. Both were extraordinarily beautiful. When the king entered the chamber, the queen spoke. "Oh, my beloved king, look how beautiful our daughters are." King said, "After so many days of waiting, today my heart is full of happiness. They are so beautiful. The daughter with golden hair will be called Sonehri, and the one with silver hair, Chandani." The queen said happily, "Very good. Very good indeed." When both princesses turned 10 years old, they went to the queen and the king. Sonehri said, "Mother, father, aren't my golden hair so beautiful? But Chandani's hair looks like old straw." The king smiled and replied, "Yes, my child. It is your golden hair that makes you so beautiful." Sonehri then said eagerly, "Father, please, make me a golden comb, just for my hair." The king said, "Today itself I will tell the goldsmith to make a golden comb for my princess, and by tomorrow your golden comb will be ready." Chandani said, "Mother, won't you have a comb made for me?" The queen replied, "The combs we have in the palace are enough for you." Hearing this, Chandani felt very sad, but she said nothing. When both princesses turned 20 years old, their natures were very different. Sonehri had grown proud and arrogant, but Chandani was gentle and kind-hearted. But one day Sonehri looked out of her window and saw that the flowers in the garden had withered. Sonehri said, "What is this? All the flowers are drying up and falling. The gardener must be punished for such carelessness." Sonehri went to the king and complained about the gardener. The king called the gardener and said sternly, "What is this I hear? Why are you not taking care of Sonehri's flowers?" Then the king declared, "From today onwards, you will no longer work in the palace." The gardener folded his hands and pleaded humbly, "Forgive me, my majesty. It will never happen again. Please give me one more chance." Chandani said, "Father, please don't be unjust. This is only a small mistake. He has grown so many beautiful flowers in our garden before. Do not punish him so harshly." Sonehri said, "No, father. Do not forgive him." The king agreed. "Yes, Sonehri is right. This gardener will never work here again. That is my final decision." Soon after, the king received an invitation. The king said to the queen, "My friend who lives in Shahabad has invited us to his palace. We must leave tomorrow morning." When they arrived, king's friend welcomed them warmly. "How long it has been since we last met." And then Sonehri's eyes fell upon Prince. "How handsome he looks. He is just the kind of husband I have always dreamt of." After dinner, the king's friend said to the king and his family, "Come, let us go hunting in the forest." But Chandani refused to go with them. Instead, she strolled in the garden. The garden was very beautiful, with a small stream flowing gently through it. There, Chandani felt great peace in her heart. As she walked, her eyes fell upon a young prince. She went to him and asked softly, "You did not go hunting?" The prince smiled and replied, "No, I did not. I do not enjoy hunting, princess. I prefer listening to the sweet songs of birds in the trees. Their music is far better than killing them." "Truly?" Chandani smiled. "Even I love listening to the songs of birds." They sat by the stream, listening to the beautiful songs of the birds. The prince looked at Chandani and said, "Princess, your silver hair is so beautiful." Chandani smiled gently and replied, "Really?" The prince nodded and said, "Yes, I truly love this color. In this way, a few days passed. And during that time, love blossomed between the prince and Princess Chandani. Meanwhile, Soneri went to her father and said, "Father, I wish to marry Prince. He is the one I love." The king was overjoyed. "What wonderful news! I will speak to my friend at once." As soon as Chandani heard Soneri's words, she became very sad. And in her heart she said to herself, "All my life, father and mother have never given me what I wished for. Whatever Soneri desired, she always received. Even now I must keep my love a secret." For Soneri, too, loved Prince. The prince's father asked him, "My friend wishes for his daughter to marry you. Do you accept this proposal?" The prince thought he was speaking about Chandani. So he happily said, "Yes, I agree." The wedding was fixed. One night, while Soneri was asleep in her room, the same gardener whom she had insulted and driven out of the palace secretly entered. In his heart, he said, "O proud princess, you had me thrown out of my job. Tonight, you will be punished for that." He took a sharp blade and cut off all of Soneri's hair, leaving her completely bald. When morning came, Soneri woke up and looked at herself in the mirror. The moment she saw her reflection, she let out a loud, piercing scream. Hearing her cry, the queen and the king rushed into her room. And when their eyes fell upon her, they stood frozen in shock. "Father, what has happened? My golden hair is gone. What will become of me now?" Soneri cried out, "Today is my wedding. What shall I do now?" At that very moment, Chandani came to her and said softly, "Soneri, do not be sad. You may take my hair for today, so that this day can pass. Later, both of our hair will grow back. I will stay hidden in the room." The queen agreed. Yes, Chandani is right. So Chandani cut her own hair and made a wig for Soneri. She placed it gently upon her sister's head. During the wedding, Soneri remained under a veil. Because of this, the prince could not see who he was actually marrying. And during the wedding, Chandani stayed quietly in her room. But later, when they were alone in the room, the prince lifted Soneri's veil. The moment he saw her, he stood in shock and cried, "You! I am married to you. But I love Chandani. I thought it was Chandani I was marrying." Hearing his words, tears filled Soneri's eyes. She whispered, "All my life I mocked Chandani. Yet today, for my happiness, she sacrificed her own love and even gave me her hair." With a heavy heart, Soneri went to Chandani, begged her forgiveness, and said, "I will make sure you are the one who marries the prince." When the king and queen learned of Chandani's sacrifice, the king and queen realized their mistake. They went to her. "Oh daughter," they said, "we understand now. Chandani, you gave up your happiness for us, while Soneri was blinded by pride. Forgive us." They turned to Chandani and Prince. "Let there be no more delay. Prepare for a grand wedding. Chandani and Prince will be married with great joy and celebration." And so it was. With music, with laughter, with blessings from all, Chandani and the prince were finally united in love. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon.